It's like the money thing. When you want a lot of money, oftentimes people go through a period where they don't have money. Why? Because you can't really appreciate having money if you've never gone through a moment where you don't have it. If you just appreciate what you have and you don't care that much about money, you don't think about it that much, then believe it or not, you'll just always have what you need when you need it.
And you can see it transmuting right before your eyes because you're just going back to the truth of things, right? The truth of things is love. What's that? Beauty, intelligence. That's the infinite intelligence. That's source. That's God supporting us always.
I like to say that the universe is showing off. I like to say the universe shows off. And I say, thank you for showing off through me. I choose to give and receive miracles every day. Thanks for showing off through me sometimes.
Greetings, Waking Vibe Tribe. We're blessed, we're grateful, we're abundant, we're free. And this is a frequency to tune to for remembering our wholeness and walking each other home to reality with capital R. So if you're catching this episode, you've called this to yourself, and we invite you to tune till the end and subscribe and like and share our content. Tonight's episode, all about manifestation magic and how it changed our life and how it'll change yours too. I'm Hoot Das, and this is Neil Shaboogie Max.
I got something we can talk about. Let's talk to men and women out there who have a relationship, right? So I'll take the man side of it right now. So let's say you're in a relationship.
The woman side?
You want to be?
Cool.
Let's say I'm in a relationship, right? And I have a partner who I circulate energy to, life force energy, and they circulate life force energy back to me. It's like a yin yang, a co-creation, a circle, you know?
Yes.
And then let's say I'm a man and I choose to go and circulate my energy just through my thought and attention to other women, right? Not meaning anything bad of it. Doesn't mean you don't love your spouse or anything like that. You just get distracted with pictures on Instagram, let's say, right? And you start to get excited over these pictures on Instagram. Well, if you do that enough, you will manifest that your current relationship out of your life, and you'll manifest somebody new into it. Because when you start to vibrate on the platform of somebody else, even though I'm not saying that the person you're excited about on Instagram is going to come through the telephone and meet you, okay? What I'm saying is that you're putting out this energy towards other things. Eventually, that's going to come into your reality in the form of the energy that you put into it. So in that sense, be careful what you ask for. Like, well, how are you asking? You're asking by what you're paying attention to. You're asking by what you're paying attention to. And so that's why it's super important, you know, what are you paying attention to? What are you focusing your energy on? Are you focusing on what you don't have? Because that's going to create more of what you don't have. Or are you being thankful in the now for what you do have? Like, I'm thankful for each one of these hairs on my head. And if I just sat here and counted these hairs all day, every day, then I would manifest abundance.
So just getting grateful for what's right there. What's right here in front of you. The power of gratitude, being grateful for this now.
Yeah, and the more you want something outside of you to come over to you, like law of attraction, there's something over there. I got to go and get it and bring it over here, or I need to attract it over here. I don't chase, it comes to me. No, actually, it's already here. You just haven't realized it yet. And when you match the frequency of what you want to receive, which is thankful, because the version of you who has what you want is a thankful person, right? Is an appreciative person, truly loves the experience that they're in. Well, if you start loving the experience that you're in right now, then your now will become the experience that you've always asked for. And you start to realize things that you used to complain about, actually, you love now. It's a total mind bend, man. It's a paradox. You're not getting something over there to come here. It's already here. You're just appreciating what you have. And then more comes to match the state of being that you are because you appreciate what you have. Who you are shows up, not what you want.
I get that. Yes, and I love that. Do you have like a recent example of doing that where it came through?
Just every day, every moment. This now moment is a manifestation, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
using the software that we like, that we co-created with in the beginning. We're back on our Awakened Vibrations channel, so it's our conscious media creation for kids and for adults, nonprofit, donation based. Um, we're just out here giving with our hearts and receiving with our hearts at the same time, right? We're just happy to be here. We don't need anything out of this. We're just happy to be here. And I think that's a manifestation because in another moment we might have been trying to get something to happen outside of ourselves before we'd be satisfied. But I'm just satisfied to be here right now. I don't need anything out of this.
Yes, me too. I'm grateful to be here now and sharing with you and sharing with others. You know, this new way of being, um, and yeah, just getting grateful in this now for everything in my experience and what can come through. It's exciting. It's exciting just to be in that vibration, that frequency, and being grateful. And
Because it's the opposite of lack, right? When you need something to come to you in order for you to feel good, you're in lack. And you can build a business in lack. You can have tons of money and still be in lack. It when you create something out of lack, it doesn't make you feel better to get it. It does for a day or maybe a week or maybe a month if you're lucky. But after that, you're going to go right back to feeling the way you were.
so, how do we hack that?
You make a choice.
Choice, because everything is a choice, right? So make a
Yes,
choice.
some people can't hear that. They're like, this something bad happened to me when I was 4 years old. It's like, well, if you could just take the perspective for a moment that you chose that for so that you could realize something. Like, what is the good stuff that you got out of that thing that happened to you when you were 4 years old? Oh, well, I realized that I'm a warrior, somebody says to me today. And I said, okay. And she said that I have strength, and it's cool. Like, you came here, you had an experience so that you could realize how strong you are, like all over again.
Yeah.
Wow, what a gift that is. It's like
Yes.
It's like the money thing. When you want a lot of money, oftentimes people go through a period where they don't have money. Why? Because you can't really appreciate having money if you've never gone through a moment where you don't have it. And also, when you over prioritize money, it runs away from you. It's like a cat. You can't chase a cat. Well, same thing with money. It's if you sit down in the chair, the cat might come over and play in your lap with you if you ignore it.
Yes.
Well, money's a little like that too. If you just appreciate what you have and you don't care that much about money, you don't think about it that much, then believe it or not, you'll just always have what you need when you need it. If
Mm-hmm.
if you make it that you need this big number outside of yourself in order to be happy, then the field mimics you because it is you. So it will tell you, oh, let me give you some more things that are conditional. You know, when you show up and give with your heart unconditionally, the field will support you unconditionally. When you show up and say,
Yes.
"Hey, I'm only going to meet you today for $1,000," then the field says, "Okay, when you want to go get something, it'll cost you $1,000." So just bring the importance of money down in your eyes and watch the balance go up.
I love that. So, what if you're in that frequency and then you have some other people around you that aren't? Um, how do you hold that when so much is getting reflected back to you? Um,
Well, it's still a choice, right? Like it's like if you're feeling really crappy, right? And we get together and one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to come to where you're at, or you're going to come to where I'm at, or the third thing, we could just choose to be in different rooms of the house, or different, whatever, right? Or different houses. And
yeah.
so if you're feeling crappy, and I come to where you're at, and I'm feeling crappy, and you're feeling crappy, so we're having like a crappy party. I mean, that could be a cool experience, but it doesn't really help either of us to feel crappy in the long run. Well, I guess in the long run it does, because it gives you clarity that you don't want to feel crappy anymore.
Yeah, that beautiful contrast,
Yeah.
a clear vision of what you don't want, and just a
So you
realization of what's available to you now.
so you can choose something else, right? You can continue to tell the story of what you don't want and notice how that feels, or you can choose to tell the story of what you're thankful for. Thankful for this hat. I'm thankful for this painting. I'm thankful for this T-shirt. I'm thankful for this guitar. I'm thankful for this Hoot. I'm thankful for his hat. I'm thankful for his painting. I'm thankful, I'm thankful for this technology. I'm thankful for the smiles and the laughter. I'm thankful for my eyesight.
Yeah,
Thankful for this breath. I'm thankful for you
this
who's listening to
connection.
this,
Yeah,
watching this connection. Like, come and play with us. We've got a link in our profile, and we're creating conscious media for adults and for kids. And we want to co-create with people to bring this through to the world,
yes,
an alternative to schools, an alternative frequency for kids to tune to, even on their iPad through YouTube, and just share the love and the empowerment with people. Because when you put these messages inside of cartoons and games that our young people play and watch, then you empower them at a very young age. So they don't have to go through what you went through to become realized. They can just live in the world that they love now and now. And you can too. You can choose to live in the end results of a life that you love now and now and now.
now and now.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love that, and because I did a practice last night of tuning to my psychic abilities, right? Because we have all the information within inside of us. So
Yeah.
um, so with focus, with a focus, and then an objective, an intention, a question, and an intention, and then into a receiving mode, right? So we have all this beautiful technology, the infinite intelligence that's all around us, the presence that's never an absence. It's omnipresent. It's just love and beauty. It's source, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we tune to that. We can receive those answers from our higher self, our source self, that we need in that now moment. And so it's a beautiful process to go to, just like in a meditative state, and get into that focus, and then an intention setting with it, a question of what you want to receive, like how can I be of more service, or whatever it is that you want an answer to, and you will receive that answer. You sit with it long enough and keep that focus, and then listen to the receiving, and you get the guidance that way.
I love it. And you can ask questions like, why am I so lucky? Why am I so wealthy? How come I'm so happy all the time? Why are things always working out for me? And you'll receive all those answers too, instead of being like, why does this suck?
Yes.
Why can't I get enough whatever? No, why am I so blessed? Why do I have
Yeah.
like,
How can it get any better than this?
yeah,
And
I
it
love
can.
asking that. I love asking
Yeah.
that. And it does. It really does. I like to say that the universe is showing off. I like to say the universe shows off. And I say, thank you for showing off through me. I choose to give and receive miracles every day. Thanks for showing off through me sometimes.
Yes, I love that. And that's just it. Just knowing that's beautiful. And things that show up in our experience that we quote unquote don't like you always shared, like smile at it and it'll smile back at you, and you can see it transmuting right before your eyes, because you're just going back to the truth of things, right? The truth of things is love. What's that? Beauty, intelligence. That's the infinite intelligence. That's source. That's God supporting us always. And it's beautiful just to tune into that vibration
I love it.
and see what unfolds. I'm cool. I'm so grateful we shared this, It's a great reminder for me, and a great reminder for anyone tuning into this.
That's
And
the cool part about sharing or way showing or guiding is you think you're just doing it for other people, but actually you end up receiving 20 times more than you could have if you would have put up a dollar sign in front of it. So when you just give with your heart, you start to live on this other frequency where everything you asked for when you were 8 years old or 12 years old, it just comes to you. things that you forgot about that you asked for. And so
Yes.
we've been a little bit distracted by manifesting things, big things, to have big experiences, when all the beauty's in the small things, the little relationships that you have, the ways that you can touch others' lives and bring light and love to it, you know. And you always get back what you put out. So whatever you're bringing to others, that you can bet your bottom dollar that that is what you're going to experience. And so when you give unconditionally, you receive unconditionally, and that is what the next evolution of money is. It's you are your currency. Show up and give with your heart, your own energy, your own life force. Give it to things that you care about in your heart, and watch how great your life gets. You'll never worry about money another day ever again in your life. I guarantee it.
Oh, and I love that. So, and all the sharing. And if this resonates with you, then I invite you to share this content with other people and see how that with your life, and like and subscribe and you know, be a part of our community and tribe, and share the love and light within this for sure. And watch what manifestations and magical experiences show up in our lives. And there's only love here. And we get to the truth of it. It's love, only love.
Love,
All
only
that
love.
exists. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing today. All right. Blessings, my brother, and all of you out there.